Can you believe that a billionaire revealed that Tesla stock will reach $5,000? Tesla's valuations are either extremely high or impossibly low. Tesla is actually one of the hottest stocks in the market today. Investors have different takes regarding Tesla's valuation. Don't miss this information. Tesla's market cap as of November 4, 2022, was reported to be $655.13 billion by Nasdaq, although Tesla's current price per share is at a low of around $200. Some believe that it will soar soon without spending a dime or using traditional advertising. Tesla has cultivated a premium brand image that continues to fuel strong demand among consumers. In fact, the company once again topped the auto industry in terms of battery electric car sales in the first half of 2022 with a 19% market share. Several factors have contributed to that success, including a significant cost advantage in battery pack production. Revenue jumped $60 to $67.2 billion over the past year, but Tesla achieved something far more impressive when it posted an industry-leading operating margin of 16.2%. This sent free cash flow soaring 165% to $6.9 billion. Tesla recently reported its Q3 financial results. Tesla reported sales of $621 million compared to $385 million a year ago, with revenue and net income of $21,454 and $3,292 million, respectively, while Tesla's stock price is currently down. Tesla investor Leo Kagawan said that a share buyback of $1 trillion can set Tesla's share price as high as $5,000 in the future. In May, billionaire Leo Kagawan, the third largest individual shareholder of Tesla stock, called on the carmaker to announce a $15 billion stock buyback as the company's share price continues to fall in a tweet to Martin Vita, head of investor relations at Tesla. Kagawan said the company should immediately announce its plans to buy back $5 billion of Tesla shares this year and $10 billion next year. He added that Tesla should use its free cash flow to fund the buyback and that it shouldn't affect its existing $18 billion cash reserves. In another tweet, Kagawan said Tesla's free cash flow amounted to $2.2 billion in the first quarter of the year. He added that he expects a decline to $8 billion this year and $17 billion next year after capital expenditures have been factored in. He also said Tesla can invest in fully self-driving its Optimus bot and new factories while also buying back its undervalued stocks. Leo Kagawan has quietly amassed one of the single biggest stakes in Elon Musk's company in 2021. Although Kagawan is a billionaire in his own right, he shared through a tweet in September 2021 that the value of his supposed holdings soared to $4 billion, $5 billion, and finally to more than $7 billion in the said year. I believe in Elon Musk's great mission. Kagawan said in a tweet speculation on buyback started around the second week of October when Musk responded to a tweet from Kagawan that said Tesla is having a PE ratio compression that can be solved only by a buyback or by a 2x earnings increase. Musk simply replied, "Noted," which fueled speculation that Tesla could launch its first ever share buyback. The founder of Shea International and an Indonesian-born billionaire, Leo Kagawan, is a long-term Tesla bull who currently owns about 23,1,500 shares of the EV company. Like earlier mentioned, Kagawan has been a strong advocate for Tesla's share buyback. Kagawan believes that Tesla will have a huge market cap by 2030 if it can do a $1 trillion buyback between 2026 and 2023. In a tweet, Kagawan requested that Tesla do a $100 billion share buyback from 2022 to 2026, and then another $1 trillion buyback from 2026 to 2030. The billionaire investor shared that if Tesla buys back its shares at $1,000 per share between 2026 and 2030, it will remove $1 billion out of the 3.14 billion shares available today, reducing the number of outstanding shares to around 2.14 billion, since there will be fewer shares available for investors. The stock price can potentially soar to $5,000 from $3,000 per share, much to the benefit of investors. Like Tesla executives and CEO Elon Musk himself addressed several issues, including the Tesla stock buyback. In the recent Q3 2022 earnings call, we'd extensively debated the buyback idea at the board level. The board generally thinks that it makes sense to do a buyback, but we want to work through the right process to do a buyback. But it is certainly possible for us to do a buyback on the order of $5 to $10 billion. Musk said. Musk explained that even in the downside scenario next year, although 2023 may prove to be a difficult year, Tesla still can do a $5 to $10 billion buyback. Of course, this is still pending board review and approval, so it's likely that we'll do some meaningful buyback. Musk said he added that while the market team revolves around the short term, it's very important to focus on the long term. Tesla has been doing well financially, currently sitting on little debt, so it is fair to say that it is performing more than just a car company. If Tesla successfully scales up its earnings, it could probably even have enough to fund a share buyback in yet another tweet. Kogon recently cited a profit model for Tesla's robo-taxi. He stated that Tesla could produce its own small robo-taxi with a 200% profit per year by selling the vehicle at $100,000 per FSD to private owners and collecting up to 40% of the fees. Kogon believes that shareholders will greatly benefit from the returns if Tesla can successfully put this plan into motion, like most Tesla bulls. Kogon claims that he is more bullish on Tesla's future, like Musk. Kogon believes that Tesla will have an incredible Q4 this year. It can be noted that in the recent Q3 2022 earnings call, Musk shared his belief that although the Fed is raising interest rates more than they should, they'll eventually realize that and bring it back down again. I cannot emphasize enough that we have excellent demand for Q4, and we expect to sell every car that we make for as far into the future as we can see. Tesla's CEO said it appears that Tesla's third largest investor shares Musk's sentiment in this matter, although Tesla vehicle deliveries in Q3 2022 fell short of analyst expectations. Tesla retail investors actually increased their purchases of Tesla stock. According to a report from Vander Research, net purchases of Tesla stock by retail investors reached about $500 million in early October. This suggested that retail Tesla investors were largely unaffected by the street's disappointment at Tesla's Q3 2022 vehicle delivery figures, and they may even consider the recent volatility as a buying opportunity. Although Tesla stock has been volatile this year, it has generally performed better than other mega-cap technology stocks. Tesla shares are down 29 this year so far, but the New York Stock Exchange FANG Plus Index has seen a more notable 34 decline. Tesla's retail king Leo Kogon is reported to have made a fortune by going all in on Tesla. Recently, Kogon, who is also the founder of its provider, Xi International, was named one of the Forbes 400 for 2022. Experts believe that investors have good reason to believe Tesla can further improve manufacturing efficiency in the future as production ramps up at Gigafactory. Berlin logistics costs should fall as fewer cars are shipped to Europe. Furthermore, Tesla is employing a single-piece casting technique in Berlin and Austin that has reduced the number of welding robots by 70% per unit of capacity, which means the company is spending less time and money on welding because it's casting the front body and rear body of the Model Y as one piece of metal. Musk. It's claimed that full self-driving software will eventually be the primary source of profitability for Tesla, and software companies tend to have much higher margins than automakers. On that note, Tesla has a robo-taxi slated for production in 2024. Tesla investors currently have high expectations for the EV company, which could make the stock volatile. Still, Tesla has showcased its capacity for disruptive innovation countless times, so risk-tolerant investors should seriously consider buying a small position in this monster growth stock if Tesla succeeds in its mission of disrupting mobility in the industry. With robo-taxis, a market UBS Evidence Lab says it could reach $2 trillion by 2030. This $850 billion company could be worth far more a decade down the road, though returns of 16,600% are out of the question. Overall, Tesla's third largest individual shareholder, Leo Kogon, revealed that a share buyback of $1 trillion can set Tesla's share price as high as $5,000 in the future, again emphasizing the term future. As many have already pointed out, Tesla is not doing well at present, but they are optimistic that the EV company will flourish in the future, so a $5,000 price tag may not be too impossible to happen again. Emphasizing that it is predicted to happen in the future, make sure to subscribe to this channel and reach out for more Tesla stock content.